Good evening, team. Hope you are good. Hope you had a fantastic day. I know we have. 570 million liquidations. $570 million of liquidations have happened this afternoon in the crypto market. And yet I'm here to show you guys today what we've been up to. So first things first, I just want to share two videos that I put out this morning. Check these bad boys out. Right, so hopefully you can hear them. If you can't, I think you should be able to. If you can't, they are on my Facebook. This is my Facebook profile this morning. First one is XRP. Boom indeed. Boom indeed. So that was on just one coin. That was on XRP. And then later on in the morning, I put out didn't think so. So one of my coaches has just said that we can't hear the videos. So these videos are on my Facebook. For some reason, it won't share the sound. So we've got one here on XRP and one here on TAO. This was the long I predicted on TAO. So go over to my YouTube, my Instagram, my Facebook, my TikTok, and anything else that I post onto, and you will see that I predicted both of these moves on TAO and XRP. So let's get to the charts. I'm going to show you what we did today, what we've been up to, and some of the massive success that we've had. So fantastic. So here's the chart. Let's start with TAO. We've earned lots of money from TAO in recent times. In the last Thursday was when it came in. The last 4 or 5 days, we've caught the bottom on both to the dollar, to the flipping dollar we have. I get excited because this kind of stuff is not normal. The first one was this one, 38%. I've already done a live on this, but it's just to stress the point of the precision that we're trading with. Trading is not risky when you know what you're talking about. So let's dive into this one just here. This was the first one that we caught. If you ever miss a move, don't think it's the end of the world. So a lot of people missed this move and thought, wow, it's gone to the moon. What on earth am I going to do now? There's always a way to get back into the market. So we caught the bottom of the move here, all the way to the top as a community, nice and chilled. This trade was actually taken live on one of our coaching calls on Thursday evening. Excuse me. So the second trade was this one here. This one was taken today. So let's have a look. So as we move on to here, this one is what I was waiting for. This one was the one that was on the video. That was the second trade I took. I'll show you the screenshot in a second. So this one is what I put out on the reel, onto my YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, ahead of this coming. So what I said was, we were expecting the trade to kick in around this point here, around the 454 and the 440. And we're expecting a retracement down to this level. And I'll explain why in a second. The reason why we was expecting it to come down to this level was one of two things. Let me remove this. What we can see here is last week we were trading in this area of value. But when we left this area of value, we came back down to retest it. So in any kind of trading, Forex, the stock market, crypto, it's important to understand that when you take an area of resistance, you will always come back to test it. Well, a lot of the time. Sometimes you don't. If it's really bullish or really bearish, sometimes you don't. But in this case, we did. This was expected. Now, the amazing thing about the way that we trade, even if we wouldn't have come down to retest this support level now was resistance, it still would have been worth having an order set. Still would have been worth us actually looking to trade this particular area, because you've got to be in it to win it. So I was expecting a move back to this point here, to test this previous value area high, this level here of the previous range. And that's exactly what we did. Why was this so important? Well, we also had an anchored VWAP that was running up all the way up to this point here, an anchored VWAP to tap this, to come into collision with this value area high as well. And it all worked out perfect. So this is what happened. As it came down, we had the weekly naked point of control, an untapped volume level. We also had the Fibonacci golden channel, which is the 618 and the 66, already waiting for this trade to kick in. This is where I made $584 in the space of 6 minutes. 6 minutes. And I'll show you the screenshot in a second. Do let me know if you can hear me okay. Do let me know if you've got any questions on this as well, because this is for me to come on and teach you guys what has actually gone on today and how you can do the same. There is nothing special about me. There's nothing special about my team. All we do is we print money for a living by reading the charts, looking for technical analysis, for great setups like this. And this is why day in and day out, we are earning massive money from simple setups like this. What gave us the courage to do so is we could see the money flow kicking in. It was still in, it was not dropping off. And as we came down to this zone here, we continued to climb on the money flow on this market cipher as well. So we can see here, what did we get? We got a move all the way up to here, which was a 13% move. 13% move. So the first one down here that we got on Thursday evening, that was a 38% move. And on this one here today, just in case you thought you'd missed it, we've got a 13.5% move. Now, this is amazing because I got some messages on my X account and people were commenting on the video saying, I'm going to trade this. And afterwards, they were saying that they made a lot of money. And that means the world to me because I know that it's helping lots of people out there with these trade setups and these calls. So we can see here, why did we stay in this trade? Why was this trade so significant? So this was the previous value area low here that you can see trading in within this range. Now, this is the range that we formed. So this is the range that we formed from when we broke into this range and started trading this new area of value, this balanced area here. The reason why we were so confident to get in is obviously it's a retest of the value area high. Obviously, it was a retest of this anchored VWAP. We had lots of backing up with this. But when we got this initial bounce, it's always squeaky bum time when you get into a trade, especially when it falls as quickly and as aggressive as this. We want the massive aggressive moves to the downside. That's exactly what we want. We thrive off catching the knife. There are people out there, and I've heard it so many times, never tried to catch the falling knife. No. We want the falling knife. Warren Buffett says that when everybody is scared, that is the time to be greedy. And when everybody else is greedy, that is the time to be scared. So with this just here, as the price fell out its backside, we got in in our nice level just here. Nearly a full sweep, 80% into our buy-in zone that we call the master zone here at the Trading Masters. And as you can see here, if I go down to the 15-minute chart, let me even go down to the 5-minute chart so you can really get to grips with what this is. Now, at the time, this value area low was actually lower, and as time's gone on, it's grown. So what we can see, we've come down here, lost this value area, reclaimed the value area. That was an actual retest at the time, but it doesn't really matter because it retested here anyway. And then we made a move to the upside. Now, why did we know that it was going to hit this target here? As you can see on this just here, we set out the buy-in targets and we set in the take profit targets as well. How did we know it was going to hit here? Right at the very, very top where the red line is. Quite simply, we failed auctioned. We deviated. We failed to auction below this support level here. First port of call was, of course, the POC. And the second port of call was its final destination of this value area high. Very, very simple setup. Nice setup. 13.5% from here to here, all called by technical analysis. Let me tell you, trading is not risky when you know what you are looking at, when you know what to identify on the charts. I said this ahead of time this morning, all across my social media. I'm that confident that our trade setups are that concrete. Not that sometimes they won't kick in. Sometimes we won't get a retracement to the trade setups, to the master zones, to the DCA zones, to the buy-in zones. I'm that confident that they're going to actually work, that I'm willing to put myself out on social media and put my money where my mouth is. Like I say, sometimes they don't come back, and if they don't, we've not lost anything. But if they do pull back to solid support, that's where we're gonna catch the knife. That's where we're gonna buy in, and that is when we're gonna execute the trades. Got another one that I want to talk about. Only had a little move, but we caught the move on XRP and it hit TP1. That's all we need. We only need a couple of percent move. That's all we need. We don't trade. We're not interested whether Bitcoin is at 100 grand or whether it's at $1. I've always said this. We trade price action. We trade price movement. We trade the price moving up and down. People say that trading in crypto is so volatile. You're flipping damn right it is. We want volatility. We love Mondays for the volatility. We love Thursdays for the volatility. At the moment, that's where we get the most amount of movement. Like I say, on the news, it just popped up just before the live. 570 million liquidations. That means people blowing their accounts all over the world. We were making money. And I will show you what we were up to today. But I just wanted to make that clear. We're that confident in the way that we trade. We're willing to put it out on Facebook ahead of time. If it fails, I'm going to look a fool. But if it fails, it doesn't really matter anyway, because it's not about winning constantly in trading. It's about learning from every mistake. But again, you're talking a 90 to 95% success rate in our Trading Masters community with the trades that we're in. So let's look at this here. XRP. This was the other one. So let's get this down. It's fallen since because we've got a bit of downside on Bitcoin that I'll touch on in a second. But what we got, I put this ahead of time, and you'll remember me saying, I said that we want to, look at the reels, I said we want to come down into this value area low and this daily support level here and the daily naked point of control for a nice bounce into our profit zone here, which is exactly what we did here. We can see the money flow is leaving the asset at the moment, but we got a nice significant bounce. It's not about what it does long term when you're day trading. It's about how can we catch the price movements at the right time. So we came right down to this daily naked point of control here before bouncing to the upside. And what was this? This was a 4.5% move. Massive move when you're day trading. That earned our community a lot of money. So let me show you what's been going on today with some of our mentees and ourselves. Just get this up. Right, boom, let's go. Here we go. So here's my trade that kicked in. So this was, I put this in the success group. If you join the Discord, which is in my bio, you'll see it in the descriptions in the bio, etc. There's a link to join our Discord. I said we were waiting for it to come down, and this was live in the moment. Look, we came down, we reclaimed. See that green line there? Reclaimed the value area low. I entered here on this bit here. I was DCAing bit there, bit there, bit there, and we got a nice bounce there. This was me. I was actually in the middle of a meeting, one of our coaching Zoom calls at the time, but we were trading while we were working. Closed the long out at $584. That was 6 minutes work. 6 minutes work. You've got Keith here. Keith's been with us since the very, very start of Trading Masters. He's a very, very good trader. I'm part of our core team here at the Trading Masters community. And as you can see, Keith's done on one trade he's got going on there, $512. On the TAO trade, he went a little bit bigger than me on the position size, $838. So what's that? That's $1,350. Yeah, 512, 838, $1,350, as you can see, cashing out as he went along. People making big, big dollars, 359, 57. We're all at different walks of life, 312. And yeah, people were earning money big time today. So that's what's been going on. That's what's been going on here at the Trading Masters. Definitely worth shouting about. Absolutely love what we do. We do it with ease. We do it with relaxation. And we're doing this every single day. Looking at the charts, setting the charts out. Something I'm going to be doing over the next couple of months or so. I've had a lot of call for putting out trading technical content. I've always shared a lot of lifestyle stuff, what my life looks like, all that kind of stuff. But people have been saying, Simon, show me some of the technical stuff. So that's exactly what we're going to be doing. Showing you the technical stuff, showing you the setups before they happen. It's your choice whether you want to look at that area yourself, performing your own technical analysis. It's not financial advice, of course, but you're able to follow in, see it happen before your very eyes. A couple of hours pass, maybe even a couple of days. They don't always come in straight away like they did today, but I thought I'd catch the falling knife today on a Monday, and it worked out as it always does. So, happy days. Hope you've been inspired as to what is possible through trading. And do let me know if you're curious and you want to get involved. Give me a DM. Have a great evening. Speak to you soon.